About a week or so ago, I saw some television shows. The one that really struck me most was called Jess Hunter's Hitching Post. They had a band that played requests. They called them Buddies of the West. They started swinging Shantytown and Grandma threw her crutches down. And then Jess Hunter made a spiel and told about his automobiles. And I said right then, I'm gonna go and get me a car in Pueblo. Now I'm a stranger in these parts. I didn't know which way to start. I headed west to flying low and I stopped for gas in old Hugo. I went through Lyman like a bat. I stopped in Cal and fixed a flat and asked the man which way to go to hit the road to Pueblo. He said, you asked somebody else. To tell the truth, I'm lost myself. I didn't learn a blasted thing and I drove to Colorado Springs. I drove another hour or so, then asked the way to Pueblo, and a guy said, man, you're off the beach, you're at the edge of Cripple Creek. Well, I turned around and I started back, and I tell you, man, I was making tracks. At last I found a sign that read Pueblo 5 miles straight ahead. I started cruising into town just as the sun was going down. I topped the hill, began to coast, and saw Jess Hunter's Hitching Post. When I got there, it's nearly dark. I pulled right up in front and parked, and I gently gave my horn a toot, and 14 sailmen flew the coop. Jess Hunter met me at the gate, and he said, my friend, it's not too late. And then some guy that they call Beck said, anyone hurt in this here wreck? I said, I own this pile of 10, a billy goat and 3 old hens. They're back there in the trunk, I guess. I brought them down to trade to Jess. Jess Hunter says, I'll tell you, friend, just crank her up and pull on in. Pick yourself an automobile, the goat and all, it's in the deal. I'm happy now, I must admit. I bought a car that just won't quit. Of course I have a right to boast. It's from Jess Hunter's Hitching Post. There's just one thing I'd like to know. Which way is home and how do I go? I just don't know my way around, 'cause I'm a stranger in this town.